Ancient Ethiopians. Prester John is a name given to a mythical medieval Christian priest-king of a vast empire in Central Asia and later in Ethiopia. His first appearance in historical documents is in the Chronicle of Otto of Fresingen, who heard word of a powerful Christian sovereign reigning in the east in 1145 from a Syrian bishop who had arrived at the Papal Court in Viterbo. In 1177, Pope Alexander III wrote a letter to Presbyter Iohannes, hoping that he might become an ally of the European prince fighting to stop the Muslim advance in Mediterranean areas. At that time, it was believed that Prester John was sovereign of an Asian country near India during the Fifth Crusade at the beginning of the 13th century. Information about Ethiopia was collected by crusaders in Egypt, and therefore the Christian sovereigns of Nubia and Ethiopia, always fighting to defend their faith, became known in Europe. It was rather obvious development that the Indian Prester John of former legend should become identified with the Emperor of Ethiopia to more easily be caused. In the Middle East, India and Ethiopia were often confused. Until the Renaissance, it was believed that only a narrow strait, El Cabo de Ab, according to Fra Mauro, cartographer of Venus, separated Ethiopia from the Indian subcontinent. As a result, in his Lalibela Descripta, written in 1329, the Dominican friar Jordan Catalina described the sovereign of Christian Europe as Prester John. Thereafter, the kingdom of Prester John was located in Africa, and his legend was enriched sometimes by data later made known about Ethiopia. For instance, Prester John was believed to have the power of cutting off the flow of the Nile towards Egypt in ancient Ethiopian tradition. Again, it was said that in Prester John's country, children were baptized with fire and not with water. In documents and legends of the 15th century, Prester John appears with the personal name of At-Sinab, a corruption of the Arabic Abd as-Salib. This is a local Egyptian translation of the Ethiopic Gebra Maska, servant of the cross. The official royal name of some Ethiopian emperors, and in particular the emperor Amhara Region, the first 1314 to 1344 AD. The legends inspired the great Italian poets of the 16th century. Aristo, in his poem Orlando Furioso, described the travels of Astolfo, knight of the court of Emperor Charles the Great, to Ethiopia to visit and liberate the Emperor Sennacherib and Tasso, and his Jerusalem Liberator celebrated the heroism and virtue of Clorinda, daughter of the same Emperor Sennacherib of Ethiopia. Enrico Sorella. And a comment: he is well known by his Ethiopian birth name, Gebra Maska, but when he became a king, according to the Ethiopian tradition, his name was changed. This applied to all Ethiopian kings of the past. As a king, he was well known as King Lalibela, but Europeans at the time, they used to call him Prester John. Europeans throughout history, they always give their own fabricated false names to anything that is originally African. Remember, Queen Victoria got a lake in Africa. Victoria Lake.